Greetings, it's the New York Thrifter here, and I'm taking you on a car ride to the New York Goodwill Outlet Store today in Queens. So I'm driving on into the city using the bridge to get there. It takes me to get to the bins around 40 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. Going over the bridge to get into Queens. It's not the fastest trip, but I went on a Saturday, so there wasn't too much traffic. So no worries about that. And I'm getting a little bit closer here. And finally, I wound up at the bins. I just wanted to give you a little bit of look of what the neighborhood looks like. It's not the greatest neighborhood, but they do have the large warehouse buildings. So I'm going to take a walk here and show you what the outside of the outlet looks like. Once we get onto the inside, they don't really let me film a lot, but I did catch just a few bits and pieces. So what they do is every hour on the hour, they line everybody up, they bring in new bins, they tell you the rules, and then they say go, and everyone kind of rushes off to start going through the new bins. And because they did this every hour on the hour, and I was there for about 3 hours, I saw 3 of these rotations. So here's a second one where people were all lined up. As you can see, it's not too crazy. I mean, there's a lot of people, but there's no running or shoving. You know, there's little kids there, so how bad can it be? This one I really liked because you can see these women with giant armfuls of clothes, which I thought was pretty funny. They just reached in and literally emptied an entire bin. So once I was done, it was dark outside. I hopped back into my car, back into the tunnels. I went straight through Midtown. On the right-hand side, there's Macy's and Herald Square. And on my way back home again, I will show you what I got at the outlet bins. I spent about 3 hours there and right at $100. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so I have a giant pile of clothes with some additional bags, and I'm just going to go through these as fast as I can because there's a lot of them. And what you're going to find is I tried to organize them, but I didn't do a very good job. So I'm just going to go through the stack and see what we've got. To start out with, I've got these Lululemon exercise pants, and I've got the right there, you see the signature logo. And Lulu does really well for resale, so happy to grab these. Then I've got a Kenneth Cole dress, and I'll show you the full dress. And this is a definite office wear. It is new with tags, originally, around 119, and then put on sale. I generally will not pick up Kenneth Cole, but new with tags for under $1, I said yes to. This is a J. Crew lamb's wool and cashmere blend infinity scarf. Definitely more for the winter months, but again, it was such a good price, and I love J. Crew, so I grabbed that. These are horny toed pants, and these are cropped. They don't go all the way down, women's. And this is a pretty good outdoor company brand, so I usually will grab horny toed when I find it. These are some Hudson brand short jean skirt. I'll show you the back. I just went through some of my favorite jeans brands in a previous video, and Hudson was on that list. This is a little worn, but I definitely think people are going to be interested in grabbing a hold of that. Okay, now I've got, looks like an open cardigan here, and this is a Free People, which tends to do very well in reselling. This is a size small open cardigan. Okay, so I really like that. It's got like a hood on the back. So this is a really cool piece. Next up is another pair of Lululemon leggings. These are in a pretty bright purple, and it looks like they can be worn either way. So they're reversible, which is really nice. Okay, I've got a pair of night pajama bottoms. The reason why the new with tag says $0 is because this came with a set. So there should be a top with it, but I only have the cropped bottoms. That's okay. I figure I can put them up for and make a few dollars profit. And I absolutely love the hot air balloons on those. I thought that was really, really cute. Okay, sticking with the exercise pants theme, I've got some Athleta extra small workout pants, really nice. Athleta is one of those brands I have a hard time keeping in my store because it goes really, really quickly. I've got a large Banana Republic cardigan button down. This looks to be a men's, although I'll check into that. And it's just a regular cotton button down. Here is a brand I've never heard before. It's called Averex, and it is just a super, super busy hoodie with sleeveless hoodie. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. Paid $1 for it. I guess I could list it and see what happens. Probably looking that over again, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but that's okay. Wild Fox. Wild Fox is a terrific brand to sell to the younger crowd. It's very, very popular. This one happens to have a fox face on it. A lot of them have, you know, some fun wording and different things. Now, one thing that I do notice about this brand is it comes distressed from the factory. This is actually overly distressed. Somebody definitely wore this. But I always have a hard time listing Wild Fox because I'm just so aware of the wear on the garment, and I'm always afraid people are going to be upset because it has the wear. Okay, let's see. Ooh, St. James. I don't think I've ever talked about St. James on this channel before, but it is one of my favorite shirts to get because it does so well. And St. James is known for their striped shirts and sweaters, and they tend to be pretty plain. It's a French company, if I'm not mistaken, and it just does really well. I had 2 shirts that were similar to this that were in the same size, and I lotted them together. I got them for about $4 a piece, and I was able to resell both of them for around $50 in a lot. And so that made me really happy. So when I saw the St. James, I went for it. This next one is a White House Black Market cardigan, and it does have these really cool silver buttons on it. Little lavender cardigan here. White House Black Market tends to be a little bit of a gamble. You never know what you're going to get. Dresses tend to do very well. Pants can do well. But this little cardigan probably cost me about 50 cents. So I thought I would take a chance on it. I don't know. Sometimes anybody that's been to the outlets will probably understand this. When you get there, you kind of get pretty excited and things go into the cart, and you just keep putting things in the cart, and all of a sudden you have, you know, 2 carts full and you're $100 down. But I'm very happy with what I got. This is a small Banana Republic top here with some stripes on it. Now this next thing, it's a 2-piece. This is a vintage women's outfit with like kind of culottes, and it is a Rainbow Joe Maui Hawaii piece, and these are like the short culottes that come with it, and then this is going to be the top that comes with it. Super, super busy. And I thought what I could do with this is I could put it on when I start my vintage page on Etsy. I thought I'd be able to list this because, you know, the more wild and the more crazy, the higher price you can usually get for it. Okay, these are some small and tailor pants. They are a wool blend and they are polka dotted. So that's really nice workwear. Next one up, I've got some AG white jeans, or off-white jeans, I should say. And AG always sells amazingly well for me. So that made me really happy. Next, I have some Citizens of Humanity women's jeans. This is the Kelly boot cut. And these are just dark jeans. They've got a nice embroidery on the back pockets. And this is another jean brand that I recommend looking for because they can do really well reselling. I've got a pair of Banana Republic size 28 black jeans that are in terrific condition. I checked out the bottoms. These look like they're pretty much brand new. Some J. Crew chinos, and they are just in a khaki. They are cropped. J. Crew has a great resale value for me, so I usually try to pick it up when I find it inexpensively. And here is a Hampton pant by Banana Republic, and this is workwear pant in a gray and a very small size. Let's see, this is a size 4. And recently when I did my jeans video, I talked about how a lot of times larger sizes, especially in jeans and pants, can do very well. And Pittsburgh Mike, who is a phenomenal reseller, he commented that he's having some luck with the smaller sizes because, you know, there are people out there that do wear a size 0, a size 4, 6, and they need pants just like everyone else. And he is absolutely correct. They do. So let's see, let's fill this table back up again with another load of clothes. Now that's what I call a pretty good stack. Let's go see what we can do about making this smaller. We've got a Sarah Pacini sweater. It is a cropped sweater. I looked this up when I was at the outlet, and it looked to do pretty well, so I grabbed it. It is made in Italy. A lot of times things that are made in Italy can have a good resale value. It is definitely something that I check out more when I do see that tag. I've got a large J. Crew green blazer. And again, J. Crew, I always like to look into. Ooh, I was really, really excited about this. So Elizabeth and James, this is the brand that the twins from Full House, you know, they've gotten into fashion, and this is their brand. And I didn't know right away that this was worth a lot of money until I looked it up on the eBay app. I was at the outlets, I looked it up on the eBay app, and I saw that it did really well. And so I grabbed it. This is an absolutely beautiful black blazer. And so I'm expecting to do pretty well with the resale value on that one. And that's not the only one that I found. You're gonna see later on, I grabbed a few more pieces by this company. Here's a Lafayette 148. Again, black blazer. The Lafayette 148 does very, very well in resale. So I suggest you get to know that brand. I can't believe that I found these, you know, at the outlet. I would have certainly paid full price at a Goodwill for either of those pieces. So to find it at the outlet was an especially exciting thing. Okay, here's a Zara basic jacket, and it is in a plaid. It's a wool blend, and you know, I got into a little bit of a haze there. I was like, oh, $1.50 for a Zara jacket, I'm gonna grab it. It is gonna be a little bit harder to ship because it is a little bulky. But hey, you know, if I can find the right buyer, then this can be a really good sale. This is a Pixley brand, and I like this because this company sells through Stitch Fix, and Stitch Fix is where people go on and they get a personalized buyer to send them a box of clothes, and then they can say whether or not they want to keep the pieces. So Pixley, you always want to add Stitch Fix when you're selling this to your listing on eBay. And being a striped blazer and from Stitch Fix, I think this one's gonna do really well. Here is a Chico's. Now, Chico's is one of those brands where kind of, you know, the mommy set or even a little bit older people will find some great basics that last forever in Chico's. So it is one of those brands that's very well respected. This is a little 3/4 sleeve kind of blazer in a very pale, you know, kind of daffodil yellow. Chico's is a hit or miss. Some pieces you'll find do very well. Like for instance, this is made of linen, so I expect this to do pretty well because that is a great fabric. But sometimes, you know, the shirts and things can be oversaturated, so you might not be able to get a really nice return on it. So that would be one of those companies that you want to make sure you're getting it for the piece for a good price to be able to make a return on it. Here is a Theory blazer. Theory is a very expensive brand retail, and it holds a lot of its value in resale. And so when I found this, it's a very subtly striped blazer in a neutral color, size medium. I knew that I wanted to get it right away. And they were selling it originally for $14.99 at the Goodwill, and of course I got it at the bins, so I probably paid about $1.50 for it. This piece is a J. Crew. It is a sleeveless sweater with a very deep V in the front. It is wool, so I thought that was a really great pickup. Lots of blazers in this section. I must have organized it. This is a linen J. Crew size 2 blazer. Again, linen can be a great selling point because it is definitely a fabric that people want. Okay, I've got an Ann Taylor blazer this time. It is in a beautiful blue, and it is a velvet blazer. A lot of times I won't pick up Ann Taylor, even though it's really solid office wear, and if you bought it new, it is quite expensive. But again, you can get it pretty much everywhere. It's very saturated. So I normally won't go out of my way to pick it up. But this was such a good deal, and it's such a beautiful blue velvet blazer that I thought that I could definitely get a good return on it. So I did end up picking that up. Let's see what I got here. Oh, here is another Elizabeth and James piece. Told you I got a couple pieces from them. And this looks like it was sold by Bergdorf, there you go, originally. And this is just a vest with lots of buttons on the front. This is a really cute piece. This is a BCBG Max Azria extra large not open cardigan, I'm sorry. It's actually just a cowl-necked cardigan. So you've got that big cowl neck, and then it's got some details here like this. BCBG does rather well for me. It is a little bit hit or miss, but I do know that the price points are usually going to be at least $15 or $20, if not higher. So I really do like picking up that brand. Here's a pair of Loft pants, size 14 petite. 14 is a wonderful size. It really opens up your buyers. Lots of people will be wearing this. Petite, not as much, but hey, I figure for just $1, really beautiful pair of pants. I've got a pair of J. Crew Super 120s. Now, the Super 120s, what that is J. Crew does a line of office wear in wool, and that's what they call their Super 120s. And so a lot of people are going to recognize this pant. They probably will have bought this to wear to work. And then when their pair has a hole in it, or if they're just looking for another piece to wear, they can go on eBay, type in exactly what they want. And so I think this is going to do really well. A couple more blazers here. This is an Ann Taylor size 4 neutral blazer. This is another Ann Taylor size 2 brown blazer. That's cute. It's got a shorter hemline there, so a little more stylish. Let's see. This is an Elos. Now, I didn't recognize that brand. That was new to me. I looked it up and it looked to do pretty well. It is just a sweater dress or sweatshirt dress. So it's long. It's got some zippers here at the pocket, but I figured, hey, let's give it a go. It's a really cute piece. Oh, and it looks like that Ann Taylor blazer came with these pants as well in the Margot cut. So when you have a full suit from a place like Ann Taylor, here, let me grab the jacket again. There we go. So I've got these both. When you have a full suit, you can really ratchet up the price, because when you would buy these pieces new at Ann Taylor, it would definitely be more than $100 to buy a full suit. So I know a lot of people, they'll list these suits at like, you know, $39.99 or $36.99 and take best offers for above $30. So to find a full suit at the outlet, number one, is hard because they oftentimes break up pieces, but number two, you can get a really great return. Now these are some Madewell pants, and they were specifically designed by Cezanne. And whenever you have Madewell designed by somebody, that's always something you want to look into, because these collaborations can be worth some really good money. And I absolutely loved the design on here. That bright blue really pops. I was looking at it later and I realized that there is a problem with the hem on this. So what I'll do is I'll look online and I'll see how much these pants are worth. And if they're worth it, I can go to my local dry cleaner and he can tack this back up so it looks nice. I would definitely disclose this in the listing that the inner hem had an issue, but as long as it looked good from the outside, I would still be able to list this. But we'll see whether it'll be worth it or not. Okay, I have a loft sweater here. It's got some lace on it, just an ivory off-white. It does have a sample tag, and so they will have made this at the factory, it looks like, in China, and then they will send this over, make sure the buyers are happy with it before sending the full order. And so also one thing that I also know is some of these brands, they will put dots below the brand name, and those dots let you know that it was a factory store. So you can look at Ann Taylor Loft, J. Crew, and look for those dots, and that will tell you whether or not it was made for a factory store. So this definitely was made for a factory store, and that in itself will bring down the price point a little bit, because factory costs less money. I've got a size 4 Ann Taylor work pant. Let's see, this next one is a Zara pull-on pant. Now, I like Zara. I will get it if it's inexpensive or if it's a great style. I really liked this because it was a pull-on. I know a lot of people, go for that. They find it very comfortable. Let's see. This is Ann Taylor signature size 6 pant, and that is in a very dark wash. Looks like I found my pants section that I was trying to organize. Size 6 J. Crew stretch Frankie chino here in a light green color. Oh, here is Lucky brand. I was just making my jean video the other day, and I said I didn't have any Luckies on me, so I couldn't show the tag, but it looks like I did pick up a pair of Luckies. This company is very hit or miss when it comes to jeans, so you definitely want to look up the size, you want to look up the style to make sure that it is something you can make your money back out. But, finding it at the outlets, you're pretty hard-pressed not to make your money back out because you're paying $1 for it. Here's some 7 for All Mankind straight leg jeans. I know a lot of people that will not bother buying 7 For All Mankind jeans unless it is in a dojo style, but these were in such good shape that I knew that I wanted them. See, this is a J. Crew work skirt, and it is, oh, work pants, excuse me, and they are just black cropped work pants with a side zip. I've got quite a lot of work pants here. Here's a pair of J. Crew Favorite Fit work pant in black. Let's see. Acris Punto. I did not know about this brand until I started watching YouTube videos, and a lot of YouTubers that were able to find the Acris brand said that they do very, very well in resale. And so sure enough, I looked these up and I can get quite a bit of money. It is a very well-known, very expensive brand. And so I was super excited to find it. And they are pants, which don't do quite as well as if I could find, you know, a shirt or a dress, but I will take pants where I can find them. I've got a pair of Banana Republic 323 Martin fit pants, work pants. And again, I don't go out of my way to find Banana Republic, but when it falls into my lap for an inexpensive price, I will get it. Here is another Ann Taylor Loft, and it looks like, again, this was a sample. It still has a sample tag on it, and this is just a nice little sweater. Ann Taylor, another sweater. This time it is in a beautiful color, beautiful fabric. So this one I just thought was really neat. It's kind of a mod looking fabric, which I really liked. Okay, this is COS, C-O-S. I did not recognize this, so I looked it up really fast, and it looked like it would do okay in resale. I really liked it because it's very structured. It's got kind of this boat neck neckline, and it's got 3/4 sleeve. It's very structured. I thought it'd be perfect for somebody wearing to work. So I really liked that piece. Here's a pair of Madewell work trousers. They've got a pinstripe on them. Madewell has excellent returns online. I suggest you check it out. Banana Republic Jackson Fit. These are some work pants. Some Loft work pants. These are in a navy blue. Level 99 pants. These are some white jeans. Level 99 is sold at Anthropologie. And usually when you find something that's sold at Anthropologie, your return is going to be really great. Level 99 is an exception. You know, there's an exception to every rule. Level 99 would be one of those exceptions. I find online the return for this kind of pant is not great. You can still do okay. Usually I like to sell pants if I can make you know, $20 or $25 as a list. That's what I prefer. These are going to be a little bit lower than that, but if I got these for $1, then I can charge a little bit less and still make the return that I want. And so I got those because they were inexpensive. These are going to be Citizens of Humanity pants. Here is their back tag. These tend to do really, really well, especially when they are men's. And I do believe these are a men's cut. Let me look. Style cut. I'm looking for the size right now because a lot of time the size will tell me if they are men's or women's. And it looks like they are size 36 Jaeger or Jagger. And I do believe these are going to be men's. And so I usually list men's jeans at a little higher price point than women's. So those can do really well. J. Crew Favorite Fit size 4 work pants in black. Got a lot of these black work pants today. Another one, this one is a Super 120 that we talked about before. This time it's a size 6 favorite fit. Let's see. Dry cleaning tag, take that off. This is again a J. Crew work pant. Oh, and this one's cool. It's got some different ruching here at the front with some really big oversized pockets. Cute, cute pair. Okay, and I think this might be the last pair of black work pants, another J. Crew 120. So I think that's it for work pants, hopefully, especially in black. I do have one more Banana Republic. This is kind of a tan color pant. Now we've got a sweater. This is SoulCycle. SoulCycle being a company, an exercise company that you can go to for cycling. And it just has a skull and crossbones and says soul on it. If you go into one of their buildings and you try to buy this, these are very expensive. At SoulCycle, you can expect to get them for like $60. And so when I saw that, I thought, hey, somebody might like SoulCycle that doesn't want to pay quite that much on a sweater. These are Cynthia Rowley lace shorts. Now, this brand used to do better. The reason is Cynthia Rowley used to be, well, she is a designer, obviously, but she used to sell under her own line. Now she does a lot of work with Marshalls and like TJ Maxx and things, and so that brings down the price point for a lot of her things. However, she's still a wonderful designer, and going into spring and then summer, I thought little lace shorts would be really cute, so I did end up grabbing that. This is really fun. This is a Isabella Raquel's collection. And it just has like these two little, sailor dudes. And these are actually, they poof out. So they're like an embellishment. And it does still have the tag on it saying, the style and things on it. So I thought that was really interesting. And I thought, again, if I could take this to maybe Etsy and sell it, I'll do some more research on it. But I just thought, I've never seen anything quite like this. I wonder how much I can get for it. And then we've got a J. Crew wool large sweater. This is going to be for men. It's got a V-neck on it, and I checked it out to make sure it doesn't have any holes, and it didn't. And so very happy with the men's sweater. I don't sell a lot of men's clothing, but when you find something like this, especially at the bins, they literally just pile everything in a great big tub and you go through it, men's, women's, children's, everything. And so when you're going through it, you just start putting things in your cart and you'll get men's as well as women's. Okay, we are back with the last pile of clothes that I got. And right here on top, I've got some Crew Cuts, size 12. Crew Cuts is J. Crew's children's line. And this is just a little tutu that I'm going to send off to my niece. Next up is a Neiman Marcus. And this is a jumper and or jumpsuit, I should say, excuse me. Jumpsuits, they go in and out of style, but right now they look to be pretty in, and Neiman Marcus is a great brand name. Avenue Montaigne, size 4, black sheath dress. So I figured, that looked pretty good. I looked up the brand. It looked to be a pretty good seller, so I grabbed it. A little Angry Birds shirt for my little man. This is a Philip Lim. Philip Lim is a tremendous designer. He is very, very sought after. So when I saw this dress, and it has very much a lagging look, which is kind of a, you know, linen, a little bit, I don't want to say sloppy, but just not very, you know, without a lot of structure to it. I decided to grab it. I did notice that it does have a little bit of flaws on it here at the bottom. There's a little bit of a stain. I figured I would try to get it out. You know, buying a Philip Lim for less than $1, even if I have to do a little work on it, that's fine with me. And if I can't get it out, then, you know, I lose 80 cents. Okay, this is a Zara woman. And again, a jumpsuit. So those are pants that come with it. So I'll figure I'll put that up. With the jumpsuits, they can do sometimes better if you put them up on Poshmark, because they really are a style right now that's resonating with a little bit of the younger crowd. French Connection can be hit or miss. When you buy French Connection in the stores at retail, it retails for a lot of money. It doesn't always retain its resale value though, so you have to be careful. This is a shiny brown dress with a bubble hem. See the bubble hem here where it kind of bubbles out at the end? So I'll see how that does. Another bit of a formal dress here. This time it is Laundry by Shelley Segal, and this is a old tag, so this is a few years old. But it does have kind of this duochrome red, black spaghetti straps on it. Just a sheath dress that is very long. So we'll see if anybody is interested in that. This is And Other Stories. I looked it up. This has really good resale value to it. This is a black dress. It's pretty simple, but again, the brand seems to do really well. This is an Ann Taylor dress, and it's got some blue, and it's blue and black with a really cool design on it. So I grabbed that Ann Taylor. Another Ann Taylor dress. This one is a little more work appropriate. It is black and has kind of this big built-in belt area. So I thought that was cute. Let's see. This is a PGA Tour extra large golf shirt, polo shirt. It is pink, but it is made for a man, and so this brand does pretty well in resale. So that's a kind of an easy list, easy to make your money back on. This is a Max Studio very long maxi skirt in stripes. Now Max Studio doesn't do very well in resale. It doesn't start at a very high price point, and so it, you know, the price only has down to go when you list it online. However, this style of the maxi skirt, especially going into spring and summer, I feel like I can do pretty well with that. Some great keywords on that. I've got a J. Crew plaid skirt, and it is wool, so we're getting out of the season a little bit, but I love the plaid on it, so I had to grab it. This is going to be Ava and Viv. Now this is a Target brand made for plus size wearers. This is a 4X, and it is just a very long Hawaiian style maxi dress with a pretty great print on it, and I think this is going to go pretty well. I had a couple of dresses that I've sold before for around like $15 or $20, so this one being a maxi dress I think can command hopefully that much money. This is a loft dress, and it's very, very cute sheath dress and perfect for work. Let's see. We've got a Madewell top in stripes, which I love. If this was my size, that would be going straight into my closet. Another Max Studio. I did again decide to get this just because it looked really nice, and I thought, hey, even if I can only get, you know, $15 out of it, I only paid about $1.20, so we're going for it. This is a J. Crew sheath dress that you would wear to work. I have a lot of luck with these types of dresses. These are, for me, in my store, in very high demand. I can usually put a price point of about $50 on these dresses and get it. So I recommend, if you run into any of those types of J. Crew dresses, you definitely look into it. Okay, this is Natalie Wood, called Something Else. And I looked it up. The brand does pretty well, especially in dresses. But then as I was looking at it, I noticed that the zipper was broken. And so I'm probably just gonna redonate that because I can't sell it if the zipper's broken. Or I guess I could if I listed it, but probably wouldn't get very much money out of it. This is a EGG maternity, egg maternity. I looked it up. I usually don't buy maternity clothes because I find that they don't, at least for me, have a really good return. But this one, the company name makes a difference. And so when I looked up egg, they do well. So I grabbed it. Sports Staff, made in Italy. Again, I really like those made in Italy tags. Didn't recognize this one, so I looked it up, and it looks to do pretty well on the resale market. Also, this fabric is just absolutely gorgeous. When I was feeling the fabric, I could tell it was something special, and so it does sell for quite a bit of money in the retail stores. So I had to grab it to see how I could do online. Another J. Crew dress in black. Really loved finding all of those. J. Crew Perfect Fit top, and that's just a t-shirt top with long sleeves. We've got Robin K, which does very well in resale. This is striped and cropped and high-low with dolman sleeves. It's got pretty much everything you'd want in a shirt, so that might go to Poshmark. That might be a style that'll do well on Poshmark. I'll have to look it up. This is Rick Rack. This is a Anthropology brand. They sell through Anthropology, and so it is just a top. It's got a little bit of stuff on it. I wash here. Got a little bit of ickies on it, but I wash everything before I sell it, so I will be able to get that right out. Okay, this is another J. Crew piece. Get that off there. So a size 6 wool work dress. Expect to do really good return on that. Let's see what this one is. We've got a Madison and Berkeley. Not a great brand, so I don't suggest you go out and get, this brand specifically, except for the fact that I really liked the back. It had kind of the universe with planets on it, and I thought that was really cute. So I grabbed it. Now, when I say I think something's really cute, when I'm shopping at a Goodwill store, Salvation Army at full price, I will never say that's cute, I'm going to get it. And the reason for that is if I'm spending $4 or $5 on a piece, I need to know my return is there. Now that I'm going to the outlet, then that's when I kind of say, okay, it's cute. I'm only going to spend $1 on it, so I'll take the chance. But at the normal Goodwills, I will not do that. Now, this is probably the best piece of the entire trip. and that is because it is a St. John evening. St. John is one of those holy grails when you are thrifting to find in the stores. These are literally can be thousands of dollars, believe it or not. I did go into a store to check it out and I was blown away. They wanted $19.99 originally in the Goodwill retail store. I would have paid $19.99 for it. I would have paid on half off day. I would have paid $10 for it, and I certainly will have paid $2 to buy this at the outlet. And another funny thing about this is this was in a bin that had previously been gone over. A lot of times I don't rush to the bins, the new ones that come out. I let people pick it over. And sure enough, I went to one that was kind of a bin that was off to the side that had already been gone over, and I still found this. And so it just goes to show not everyone's looking for the same thing, and you can find gold in those bins that have already been looked at. Okay, this is a Pixley top, and we already talked about this brand. This is a Stitch Fix brand. This time it's kind of an iCat design for a tunic top. So that is going to do really well. I've got a Calvin Klein dress, and this is a linen black dress. I don't go out of my way to find Calvin Klein. However, this was at such a great price that I decided to take a shot at it. Next up, we have, oh, I lost it. Here we go. BCBG Max Azria. Again, for the right price tag, it can definitely be worth the resale. Oh, this is fun. This is a D&G Combat. That's Dolce & Gabbana, which is a, excellent designer brand. And so I thought that was really cute. This one has bananas on it, and it's got also some embroidery, and, that's all done in factory. So they meant to do that. So I thought that was cool. Let's see how that goes. Here is a Zara shirt in a really great diamond pattern. And some more jackets. This one's an Ann Taylor blazer, and it still has the tags on it right there. I thought we were done with the blazers, but I guess not. This is a J. Crew Super 110. The tag is coming off a little bit, so I'll have to fix that. But just a nice black blazer. And let's see, this looks to be a top. J. Jill. J. Jill is a brand for me that is very similar to Chico's, where it's, the mommies will wear it, and then it also goes up to a little bit of an older crowd because, or I should say more mature crowd. And the reason for that is you can get some really great staples. And so this is kind of a tunic top with a very fun floral pattern. J. Jill for me tends to go for a little bit more than Chico's. So where a Chico's top, you might get, $14 out of it. J. Jill, you might be able to get $20. This is a Ben Sherman. Ben Sherman is sold at some high-end places, but I do notice it doesn't necessarily retain its resale value. I really liked the graphic on this t-shirt, so that's why I picked it up. But at a normal thrift store, I probably wouldn't have gone for it. This is a Reese piece. Ooh, that rhymes. Reese is a wonderful brand. This is just a top. Reese is known more for their dresses, and their dresses can sell online for up to like $100 or more. The tops, not quite as much, but I love the brand, and I suggest you look into it if you've never heard about it before. Okay, Boston Proper can be a great resale brand. You don't want to spend too much money on it, but this is just a size 12 black skirt, so I'm pretty confident that I can make a nice return on that. Ella Moss. Ella Moss is a great designer. Some of the pieces are sold through Anthropologie, but not all of them. The resale value for the ones that are not sold at Anthropologie isn't terrific. So I suggest you might want to go on maybe Poshmark to sell those, because you can get a little bit better of a return. Here's another J. Crew piece, this time just a long sleeveless top, which is going to be perfect when we go into the warmer months. Another J. Crew piece, this time a pencil skirt in silk with a great kind of Hawaiian design on it, tropical design. Ava and Viv 4X. Again, this is the Target's plus size brand, and this is just a short skirt in gray. Vince, which is one of my favorite brands to sell, very expensive in retail stores. So if you can find this at a thrift store, you are looking pretty good. I've got a Banana Republic work skirt, just in a khaki with like a little bit of a pleating there at the bottom. Another Banana Republic skirt, size 4. This is just an off-white skirt. This is Quacker Factory. Quacker Factory is sold online at QVC, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of their pieces are going to be plus size. This one happens to be a 3X. This can be very sought after if people saw it on TV and they weren't able to get it, or they bought one and it, got worn out, then they might want to buy another one. This one has some cool plastic buttons with some design on it for a tunic top there. This is a junk food brand top that says "Party for No Reason." And this is a really great example of something that I would take to Poshmark, because people there aren't looking as much at the brands on these t-shirts as they are for the actual design on them. And so I thought that design was super cute. I've got another Vince t-shirt, and you know how much I love those. Another Madewell striped, this time it is a tank top. Let's see, I've got a green tee. In green tee, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is kind of workout wear for, people who like organics and yoga and such like that. This is an extra large, so it's a great size. And so I picked up this little workout skirt. I also have a pink skirt that's Victoria's Secret pink with the tag still attached, and it is just in this big stripes, and you've got the little dog logo on that. So anytime I find pink new with tags, I always try to grab it. A Mac Studio skirt, nothing too spectacular, but I thought it was pretty cute. A Vince top. This time this is going to be a men's t-shirt. So we'll see how the men's sells. I've actually never sold men's Vince before, so I'll have to keep you updated on how that goes. I have a Loft work shirt, and it's just got some really cool piping on it, so that would be perfect to go to work in. A Madewell top. This time sleeveless, silk, high-low. Next up, I found this Foxcroft shirt. Now, Foxcroft is known for making women's dress shirts, and so the collared button down that you'd wear to work. And with this brand, there's two things that you want to look for. The first is it a plus size? So this is a 20W or 20 women, so this is a plus size. So I do think that I'm going to get a pretty good return on this. Now, if this was a smaller size, say size 6 or size 8, one thing that you want to look for is if it has a really great design on it. This one is just a solid yellow, but they do have ones with stripes and paisley on it that can do pretty well. I've got an Ann Taylor blazer here in a very neutral color. This is a Zara basic blazer for women to wear to work. Ooh, I really like this. Myrtlewood of California, and it doesn't have the tag on it, but it does have the button. So this is new without tags, and I thought it was so cute. As soon as I saw this scalloped edge on the collar, I knew it was something that I wanted to get, and sure enough, I looked it up, and it does look like this this brand does pretty well in resale. So I thought, oh, I love when I'm able to sell cute things that I really like. It just makes, you know, photographing and listing that much more fun. So I saw this blazer and it said made in Italy. So I went down to check who it was by, and it is Missoni. Go figure. So this is a men's blazer. It's probably part of a suit, like a sports coat or a suit. I'm just gonna have to do a little bit more research on it, find out how much I can get for it, and also do some really great measuring on it, because I know that can make a huge difference in how it fits on someone. Okay, Victoria's Secret. This is just a great little skirt with lots of tiers on it, and it's bright pink with hearts, so that's really sweet. I've got a J. Crew size medium top, and it just has some lace details on the front. Another J. Crew top. This is an off-the-shoulder summery stripes. Gotta love that. Brandy Melville does okay for me. It is one size, and that size tends to be ridiculously small, but I have been able to sell several pieces in the you know, $15 range, so figured I'd grab it. Pretty easy to list. This is a Tommy Hilfiger size 22, so that's a plus size women's button down. This is a Theory top, and it's got like a little tie here near the shoulder, which was really cute, in a very light sage green color. A Club Monaco t-shirt for women with a 3/4 sleeve. Club Monaco is doing pretty well for me. I've been able to sell I think all of my Club Monaco pieces, and so it's one of those that has a good sell-through. Zara Man. This is a t-shirt with a skull and crown design on it. So we'll see if that catches anybody's eye. A Loft knit skirt. And this is just a long black maxi, which is super cute for the upcoming warmer weather. And the last piece is going to be a Zara Women's Collection off-the-shoulder tunic shirt. So that's the last piece. I ran through everything that you're going to get if you go on kind of a typical day to the Goodwill Outlet here in New York City and Queens. And so I want to thank you so much for going through this very long presentation. And if you ever get to the city, I definitely recommend you checking out the outlets, because it can be a great way to source very inexpensive clothes. And as you saw, I had some designer pieces in there, so you can get really lucky sometimes. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.